Independence Day. Marvel Comics makes Captain America say American dream is a lie. So, just ahead of Independence Day, Marvel Comics featured a new Captain America issue in which Captain America slams the American dream as a false promise.
So it's funny in the article, or if you read the Marvel comic, Captain America talks about the American dream being a lie, the white picket fence being a lie, and then you read also what he says, and he says that we need to have open borders and immigration for all. And it's like, okay, you can maybe talk about the American dream being a lie if you're talking about open borders, because open border policies have in some ways killed the American dream for people. I mean, let's look at, again, look at how ancient Rome collapsed. Do you know how ancient Rome collapsed? Ancient Rome collapsed because they let hundreds of thousands of Germanic tribes people into Roman land and they didn't assimilate to the culture. What do you have when you let hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants into America who don't assimilate to American culture? It tears apart a society.
Right.
So, yes, Captain America, I can somewhat agree with you that the American dream is dead for people on the border. That is a fair thing to say. But it's funny that is not what he is talking about whatsoever.
No.
But regardless, yeah.
Time and time again, you get examples of this. Look what's happening right now in the UK. Look what's happening in Western Europe. Look what's happening in Canada when you get this mass influx of illegal immigrants, or even sometimes legal immigrants that are just not properly assimilated to the culture of the country of which they move to. And the crime rate skyrockets, drugs skyrocket. So many problems start to occur because you have now citizens in a country, and some of which who are not citizens in a country, who cannot culturally get along, and they are not well mended together. They are not well adjusted to the new country that they're living in.
Well, back to Captain America. I mean, this is Captain America, not Captain Communist.
I know.
I mean, they should call him Captain Russia or Captain China. He's got a big hammer and sickle on his shield instead of the star. I mean, what a wild thing to do, to have Captain America do that.
Yeah, you want to hear some of the quotes?
Sure, go for it.
Let's see. I'm loyal to nothing except the dream. Here's the thing about a dream, though. A dream isn't real. I'm starting to think America actually has two dreams and one lie. The first American dream is the one that isn't real. It's one some people expect to just be handed to them, and then they get angry when it disappears, when the truth is it never really existed in the first place.
I could be wrong. I'm not a Marvel nerd like some of you guys who probably read comic books. But I believe that didn't Captain America start as like this scrawny kid in World War II, and then he became like a hero and started from
they like
nothing?
injected him with like crazy steroid type stuff that
Right.
made him into superhero. I
Right.
think.
So kids, in America, you can just inject yourself with crazy steroids and you
Kids
can
need
make
to know
it.
that they can live out that dream.
You can live out that dream. But no, even, despite the steroids and things, I think the Captain America story lives to tell a greater purpose. That, he started as nothing. He was this little scrawny dude, and then he turned into something that was a hero for the country. He was supposed to be a symbol of American exceptionalism.
And our values and everything we stand for. And now they've turned that around and made it the complete opposite. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
No, it's okay. I mean, I could see Thor doing something like this, but not Captain America.
Not my man.
Not my man.
But this is why they specifically choose it to be Captain America, because he's Captain America, and the new Captain America needs to be woke. He needs to see all of the problems of systemic racism and stuff in America, and be an ally and be an activist, because that's really what this is. And like, look, I stopped watching Marvel even before they went woke, just because it was like too much for me, like so many superhero movies all the time. But if you're still watching Marvel stuff, just honestly, just stop. Or why? Like, if it's
why are you doing
like, there's no reason to keep watching this stuff. It's just activist propaganda. Like, toward the end of this article, they talk about the thing where they hired Ta-Nehisi Coates, who's like a woke writer from the Atlantic, and he's written a bunch of really celebrated woke books. He's a critical race theorist, and they hired him to write a series about Captain America 2, and he put in the Jordan Peterson is like the Nazi. He put his quotes as like the same thing that's the Red Skull, the Nazi neo-Nazi guy, says to his people. He's like literally quoting Jordan Peterson and portraying him as a Nazi. Yeah. And then in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, it says the Anthony Mackie's he's a black guy, takes on the mantle of Captain America, of course, and he has a monologue where he talks about America such an oppressive place that needs to change. And so this whole thing it's not even about art. It's not about great American stories. And this is what's so pernicious about it, is like little kids watch this stuff to get their idea of what a hero is. And and that used to mean going on a hero's journey, hearing the call to adventure, going out there, taking on responsibility, going out in the world, helping people and that kind of thing. And now the hero's journal is becoming an activist. And before kids have the vocabulary to really understand what this stuff is, they understand it in stories, and they understand it in hero stories like this. And the left is controlling these stories now and inserting these narratives into them to train kids to be like, oh, if I want to be a good person, if I want to be a hero, then what I need to do is be an activist. Which honestly, I don't think it'll work, by the way, because it feels too fake and kids see through it. And like I have nephews that are, like 10, or they're gonna get mad at me, I get their age wrong, but like 12, 14 years old, and they're Marvel fans, but they stopped watching it because they're like, it feels dumb now. It feels like
manufactured.
I can see through it.
But I think it is about art. I think it is about art when you go down to it, because comic books are a form of art in a sense, where even though there's words and things in it, it's still art. And I mean, art back in the day used to be something like, you go back and look at Greco art, you look at romantic art, you look at all this stuff, and you see people are portrayed in ways that make the person look like a hero, make the person look beautiful. Even if they're in a place of suffering, they're still trying to do something to overcome fear or overcome a struggle. And now art, in so many of its forms nowadays in America, disfigure humans. They want to turn humanity away. They don't want people to actually think people are brave and have this humanity about them. And I think that's what we're seeing in so many forms of art, that when it leaks into even the comic book genre, it's not shocking to anyone. So yeah, I don't like it.